and they proceeded to have a fucking orgy! For those of you who don't know, depending on when this video gets released, I recently got out the military, as of November 26, 2024, after serving for 3 years and 9 months. Though I do plan on talking about what it was like during my time in the military, I actually thought it would be more interesting to talk about the craziest things that happened during my 8 weeks at Navy boot camp. Technically 10 weeks since I got the plague halfway through and needed to be quarantined, but besides that, let's dive back in time. I started my naval journey in 2021, all when the world was up in flames. Everyone was masked up, keeping 6 feet apart from one another, and no recruit-to-recruit contact whatsoever. So therefore, all of these stories are alleged and fictional for entertainment purposes only. Okay? Okay, let's get into it. So, boot camp is basically like being in prison, but you get more money and respect for this 8-week indoctrination cycle. I say this because just like how ramen is for a jail's economy, we had our own means of trade within boot camp too. Shining boots, writing letters, standing watch, cleaning and folding clothes, braiding hair, even threading. Speaking of threading, I learned how to thread months before going into boot camp, so this was one of the ways I made extra cash or got out of watchstanding duty. Now, I wasn't no threading guru in a strip mall, but I did have a lot of repeat customers. I know my way around someone's eyebrows and their mustaches. But my craziest client, who was also the most unhinged girl in the division, asked me to thread her nipple hair. We had a group of 3 other girls that were in line to get threaded too. But this girl had no shame and the other girls were very intrigued to witness this showdown. What? And you know what? I said fuck it. $20 is $20. That's 10 for each tit. So I went to town on some girl's boobs. She took that shit like a champ and left my urinal station with fresh tits. This next story was from a coworker. It was their last week at RTC, after passing battle stations and were just waiting for their graduation to happen. They got bored, obviously. The whole division decided on a devious plan. After taps had commenced and the RDCs left the compartment, everyone hopped out of their racks and went to the head. They armed each other with body wash, shampoo, conditioner, shaving cream, acne medication, and just any kind of slick, gooey liquid they can get their hands on. And thus bukkake'd the fuck out of their showers. They then proceeded to have a huge slip and slide party, all while being butt-ass naked. I'm surprised none of them got pregnant or athlete's meat. The cleanup was a lot, but the whole experience was worth it to them. Now, this last story has to do with a lot of people. And sex. So, fair warning ahead for those who don't want to get on this train ride. You have been warned! This story happened in my coworker ship. It was week 4 when everyone was learning the ropes. You know, because we're doing our Marlinspike evolution. It's a huge replicated ship with a pier and huge bollards. This was used to simulate an actual ship mooring evolution for the purpose of teaching the recruits line handling procedures, as shown here. And if we weren't on the USS Marlinspike, some ships actually had a whole compartment dedicated to line handling, which was made for us to practice for the big test. Well, some of the recruits decided they were going to use the room for other line handling activities. Allegedly, a few recruits from each division of the ship all decided to sneak out to meet in the Marlinspike room. And they proceeded to have a fucking orgy! And even used the same rope we used for practice to tie each other up with! I can't even imagine what the watchstander must have felt that night when they got confronted with a rendition of that scene from Sausage Party. The ship was essentially turned upside down. Tired and enraged RDCs were recalled back to the base, after only getting maybe 3 hours of sleep, just to beat the shit out of all of their recruits, whether or not they were involved in the pineapple party. You heard the crying of recruits alongside loud banging that echoed throughout the ship, due to how much they were PTing their divisions. Loads of recruits had to make an awkward phone call to their spouses, explaining the reason they got sent to Captain's Mast for their freak-off involvement.
Get your ass on, boy. Get your goddamn.
Woo! That was one hell of a bang to leave off with. If you stuck around till the end of this video, thank you so much. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, it really helps out the channel. I also have 2 other videos that I made previously, one about the worst dates I've been on, and a really spooky horror story. The links will be right here to check it out.